Good day to you, YouTube. Nice Saturday here that's not absolutely freezing. Running life here again. And I might not have to yell at you anymore. I actually got my mic in. Well, I got mics in and they didn't work for damn. That's in one of my other reviews. I'll put the link in the description for this. So that kind of sucked and irritated me a bit, but it's cool. I was hoping to be able to start doing this Tuesday, but hey, you know, it's all good. So here it is, Saturday, and I've got all the appropriate things in order to hopefully do this the right way now, ish, anyway. There'll probably still be a little wind noise because the wind's blowing like mad. And then depending upon, because I mean the mic's almost in my mouth with where I placed it. So you might get a little bit more voice than you actually want from me. But it'll be better than only hearing wind noise, right? That'll be a definite positive for once. But yeah. It's about 40 and change today, I would be guessing. The wind's blowing. It is cold, but it's not, you know, unbearable by any means. I don't even have on any thermal insulation or anything like that. So I mean, overall, it's a nice day. And I got to go to work for a few minutes. I wouldn't really call it work, but got to go hand off some paperwork. Not a big deal at all. And then yeah, next week, Thursday, is Thanksgiving. Who's traveling, who's not? You know what I'm saying? You got a long way to travel. I'm currently in Aberdeen area, Maryland, and I'm heading down to Chesapeake, Virginia. That's where the kids are. That's where I'm going to go spend my Thanksgiving. And it's going to be a good time. You know, I'm actually looking forward to Christmas this year just for the simple fact that my children didn't ask for a butt ton for the first time ever. They want, well, I wouldn't say small, simple things, but they want smaller things than they typically want. So I'm excited to see how Christmas is going to go. It's going to be a good time. Now, the first week of December, if I do any vlogging at all, or if that's what you're going to want to call it, it's not going to be from the bike, it'll be from the car, because I'll be down in Chesapeake on a constant basis. And I will be back in a moment to continue with this. Anyways, this is where I'll pick back up, I guess. It's too nice of a day to not be out here. You know, it's wintertime here in Maryland, and it's not warm. It's not going to be warm again until spring or summertime. So, you know, you got to get it in where you can get it in, right? I was actually praying for a gentle winter this year, and I guess me and the good Lord's definition of gentle are different things, and that's okay. You know, he does what he has to do to take care of me, so by all means, I'm not going to complain about that at all. You know what I'm saying? He's got a reason for it, so I'll leave it at that if this microphone works. But I do have an actual subject in mind for this moto vlog. I would like to see what everybody's opinion is and your thoughts on this new Ebola that's going around. I don't, you know, have any positive or negative thoughts about it one way or the other. I have done my research on it because I do have 3 children, and I'm around people all day, every day, so I wanted to make sure that, you know, in case it gets to me in this area, I know how to combat it, and the best way to combat it is simply to be hygienic, you know, and us being here in the United States of America, we've got a lot of other places beat already, you know, things like running water, warm water, medical care, access to medication, And back to being hygienical, just you know, excuse my language, but washing your ass on a constant basis. You know, if you can't do that, you're nasty anyways, you know what I mean? So do the math. But yeah, it is unfortunately one of those diseases or illnesses, whatever you want to call it. It is one of those things that if you don't catch it in the early stages, it can be fatal. So, you know, it's like a rapid version of AIDS. Not really, that's a bad joke, but anyway. But yeah, Ebola, if you don't catch it in the early phases, you know, it can kill you. So again, do the math on that. You know, would you rather wash your ass 2 times a day the correct way, or would you rather die? You know? But I mean, that's my personal opinion on it. You know, it's hard to make teenagers sometimes bathe, you know, and then when I presented them with that, it became less hard. You know, they were like, what? I was like, yeah, if you don't wash your hiney, you could die. Oh, Dad, I'm going to take 3 showers a day. I'm like, well, I don't know if your mother can afford that, but, you know, at a minimum of 1 is a requirement, you know. It's not hard. So, and you know, of course, any diseases, you know, it's going to affect the severely young or the severely old or severely elderly. It's going to affect them more, faster and worse than it affects everybody else, especially if you're in, you know, any kind of decent, you know, physical shape. That gives you a leg up as well, because that means your immune system's built up a little bit better than the average couch potato. So that's a good thing too. But yeah, you know, let me know what you guys think about it, and you can comment or not. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it does. I'd love for you guys to all comment and like and subscribe, but I mean, if you don't have to, you know, I'm not going to hunt you down if you don't. But let me know your thoughts on Ebola. And now I'm going to be quiet for a moment, and I'm going to ride because it's going to be fun. I'm going to go up 715 here to 40. Over to Philadelphia, Route 7. Oh man, that fucking twin. Excuse my language, I'll have to edit that out. Good God, that noise is amazing. It's amazing. Love that noise. Alright. Here all the way down to Chesapeake, Virginia, when it was 40 to 50 degrees out, and froze my tush off, but it was a good time. I love to ride. It doesn't have to be warm for me to ride. I'll just, you know, I'll wear better gear. But on that note, I can't wait for the summertime too, because then I don't have to play motorcycle meteorology and be like, can I ride tomorrow? Can I ride the day after that? I'll just know I'll be able to ride most days of the week, so that'll be awesome. And yeah, I am looking at honestly, I don't really know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at everything. What do I want? I really don't know either. Given the choice, I'd stick with Honda probably. I don't really like the seating position of a RR, you know, a CBR 600 RR or a, you know, 1000. I'm not really into that whole, you know, laying on the gas tank type of thing, so to speak. I'm not saying I wouldn't, I'm just saying I'm not really into it. You know, I guess if the price is right, you know, you can always find new love. But at the same time, I've been looking at more like the CBR 500R, just because, you know, it's like a sports standard, so it still has the fairing and the wind protection and everything, yet it's an upright seating position, your feet directly under you, that type of thing. And I know it'll probably still beat this thing on acceleration just because it weighs like 150 pounds less. I've looked at the Kawasaki Ninja 650R. That was actually the first bike I looked into buying back in like 2006. When I first, you know, when my interest first got peaked in motorcycle, that's what I was looking at. I just never got around to getting one until this year. I'm not saying that's out of the question. I'm just saying, you know, this V-twin gets better gas mileage for me personally than Kawasaki states on their website that the 650R gets, or that people report on Fuelie that it gets. So, I mean, I'd be trading a V for a parallel. I'd be, you know, sacrificing 100 cc's, which is, don't get me wrong, it's probably just about all in torque almost. Because I know the 650R has a top speed, like I've seen people going like almost 130, 140 on it here in the States. So I mean, it can move, and this thing isn't going to go 130 or 140, that's for sure. But you know, at the same time, I just don't see dropping, you know, 20 miles of the gallon in fuel. That would suck, and I got a big old heavy butt cruiser, you know what I mean? So it doesn't make any sense. That's my personal opinion. You know, in the CBR 500R, yeah, I know I'm sacrificing more because it's a parallel as well, but it's all the way down to a 500. But its reports from not only users, but Honda's website says like 77 miles a gallon or something like that. And then the people I looked at on Fuelie, people are getting up into the low 80s in occasion. So I mean, holy crap, that's good gas mileage, you know what I mean? You can't mess around with anything over about 60 miles a gallon. It just starts getting ridiculous. So, and then I've looked at little 300s too. I wouldn't mind little 300. I don't ride 2-up much, and when I do, it's going to be with my kids. So for the next few years, you know, that would be manageable. You know, but it just depends on what the right price is going to be at the right time, I guess. Because, you know, I'm not rich. I don't have the $6,000 to just go drop on a bike tomorrow. So, you know, that's a downfall, I guess. Okay, well, I don't have $2,500 to go drop on a bike tomorrow. I would have done that yesterday. But yeah, I've looked at a plethora, you know, pretty much, you know, like, and I'm not even a fan of Suzuki and Yamaha, but I'm even looking at those now just because I've seen a lot of reviews on Google and YouTube and everything like that, and I've noticed that I'm 5'8", or 68 inches, and I have about a 31 inseam, and I've seen that the Gixxer 600 has a pretty low seat height for a sports bike, and you kind of sit more into the bike. So, you know, that could be an advantage for me as well, for sure. So I mean, I'll just have to see. I haven't gotten set on any of these. Now I have sat on the 500R, and I've sat on the 600RR, and I've sat on ZX6R, new and old. The ZX6R, in my opinion, is the hardest one for me to be able to foot. It's the one with the tallest seat height, and the Honda CBR 600RR is right behind it. It's easier to sit on the Kawasaki Ninja 300s for me and flat foot it solidly than it is for me to sit on the Honda CBR 300. But I know the Honda CBR 300, even though yes, they stuck with a single cylinder, it still gets substantially better gas mileage than the Ninja 300. I don't know why they're fighting it out like that. That wasn't quite full throttle, for the record. I don't know if anybody's interested in getting one of these. Granted, it's not meant to be a race, you know, a racer or a rice rocket or a crotch rocket or a rocket ship, and it's not. It's really not, but I mean, it's manageable. You know, God, I hadn't been on a bike in years. I took the MSF course and immediately purchased this. And I was nervous for about a half an hour while I was practicing before I took it out on the road. You know, it all came back to me rapidly. So I mean, it's not a scary piece of equipment if anybody's interested in it whatsoever. I'm sorry I'm yelling. I'm not used to having the mic inside of my mouth like it is right now, so that's my fault if I come back way too loud. Oh, look at that brake. I'm gonna check them every now and then, right? So before I sign off, oh man, my hands are cold. Let me open the screen up. Hopefully you can still hear me. 2009 Honda Shadow Aero. Y'all can see my license plate. I don't really care. I'm in Maryland. Not like I like it here. It's just where I ended up. Oh man, my gloves are already wearing. That sucks. It's cool though. I ain't worried about it. I gotta buy more pairs anyways. So I don't know if they come with this back seat or not, but it came with the bags. They're crappy little bags. They do their job. I need a cleaner. Dunlop D404 tires, so they're pretty good for the rain. You know, this model has a lot of chrome on it ish. I actually plan on, if I'm keeping it, I'm actually gonna plasti dip some stuff. If I can't do it the same color, if I can't find the little Honda Candy Red, which I probably won't, then I'll probably do black. I mean, that's pretty much universal colors, black. You can see there right in between where the V-twin engine sits, you got your choke knob on the bottom, it's the little round thing. You just pull that out when you need to warm it up, push it in when it's warm up. Above that is your fuel valve. Turn your fuel off, on to reserve. It came with the little highway bars or engine guards, whatever you want to call them. It's got some Kiriakin helmet locks on it though. I use that every now and then. As you can see, it's got the little grips that I was telling you about. It's got a quick release windshield, you know, high beam, low beam, turn signals, all that nonsense works. You know, it's all you got odometer 8,685 miles I got on her. I got her with like 7, just over 7, and then that's my gas gauge, and then that's my trip gauge that I go off of. I mean, she's not in perfect shape, you know, she's got scratches. She's an 09, but I mean, she's pretty. Tires have great tread, you know. The little windshield actually helps a lot, to tell you the truth. And like I said, she's dirty, you know, scrape a foot peg a few times, but you know, she sounds good, she runs good. I don't have any complaints yet. Oh, and the previous guy installed some, you won't be able to see them right now, oh, a little bit maybe, LED lights in it. I need to do an oil change pretty soon. She does have some rust starting. I'm gonna find out how to get rid of that crap. But yeah, that's pretty much it. 2009 Honda Shadow Aero. It's a good bike. She's been good to me. She's purty. I haven't had any complaints with her yet. Hasn't missed a beat in 2,000 miles ish. So you know, leave some comments. Let me know what you think, or don't. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or give me a thumbs down and subscribe. Either way, I'll take it. All I've done to it is spark plugs and fill it up, because when I got it, it was fully serviced. Now I am going to do an oil change just because I put some rough miles on her, and like I said, I'm going to find out how to get rid of the rust. But other than that, I mean, she's straight. She's young, you know, 8,000 miles, young. But that is it for now, YouTube. Running life here. I'm gonna put you in my pocket. Peace out.